Welcome in, baseball fans, and here in New York, the show brings you a matchup of division rivals. It's the Toronto Blue Jays taking on the New York Yankees. With my partner, Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. Singy, one of the stories in this one is a highly anticipated Major League debut, and all eyes will be on him as he gets the start on the mound.
I love watching pitching debuts at this level because there's no waiting around to see the rookie in action. You get thrown right into the deep end of the Major League pool. He's center stage from the first inning on. So, like you said, Boog, there's no hiding at all. There's a ton of excitement about this kid's future, and he's about to face the best lineup of his life. So I'm excited to see how he attacks it.
All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. Just about to get underway, and towing the slab in this one, Jones. Chris, you don't have to dig too deep into the numbers to see how good he's been.
Oh, he's been nearly untouchable, kind of a silent assassin out there, just goes to work, and guys look up, it's deep into the ball game, and they haven't been able to scratch anything off of this guy. So look for him to do the same thing today, maybe go the distance, maybe hand it over to the bullpen at the end and try to get that W.
Swing and a foul out of play. Pitch misses, and that is ball one. Lifted in the air down the left side. Stanton should have this one. Hauls it in for the out.
Batting second, the designated hitter,
Nathan Lucas, the next to hit. He's someone that really beats up on right-handed pitching. The lefties, however, give him a little bit more trouble. And a big swing and a miss. One out, base is empty. Next offering is in for a strike.
No ball, 2 strikes.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Struck him out looking. That was pretty nasty.
No, just a beautiful fastball on the inside corner for that backwards K right there. I think the hitter saw it all the way coming from that opposite arm angle. So I got to think he was looking away and just got locked up by the hard stuff boring in on his hands.
2 down, base is empty. Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr., one of the elite home run hitters in the league this year. Just missed. Vladimir Guerrero Jr., that swing so reminiscent of his dad. Lots of pop. 2 outs, base is empty. Next offering is fouled back. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Two outs. Good job to fight that one off. Gets a piece and stays alive.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Struck him out looking. Nothing doing for the Blue Jays, and now the Bombers will get their shot. No score. Major League Baseball is on the show. And welcome back to the ballpark. Top of the second. Here's a big power threat. Anthony Santander. He's not going to get cheated up there.
No, he's not. He's looking to do damage with every swing he takes.
Santander recently taking home Player of the Month honors. Jones back to work. Swing and a miss. It's 0-1.
And what a show he put on last month, Boog. Really impressive work at the dish, and I'm sure his teammates and the coaching staff appreciate it. Great having a bat like this in the lineup. Right through there for a strike.
Fights it off. He'll see another. The pitch. Inside. Now 1-2.
See if he can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you can get hurt.
One and two now. In the air on the infield. Fry makes the grab, one away.
Batting fifth, the shortstop, Bo Bichette.
Bichette up to the dish. Swing and a miss. 0-1.
0-1.
The shortstop takes the ball.
The guy at the plate could recognize slider out of the hand. Didn't stay in the tunnel very long in terms of depth and perception. He knew right away it was an off-speed pitch.
Popped up. Fry. Brings it in. And that quickly 2 away.
Batting sixth, the third baseman, Ernie.
And now for the Jays, Ernie Clement. On the ground. And the Blue Jays go down 1-2-3. Down in order go the Blue Jays. Still behind by a count of 1-0. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Now it's the DH, Jones. Really interesting to see him continuing his career as a two-way player at the major league level. Definitely always a topic of conversation around the game.
Because it's so rare in baseball history, it gets people excited. He's a great athlete to be able to do this kind of thing.
Come on, ball, get on up.
Laser could be trouble. Makes the turn and heads for second. The throw in, and he's there with a leadoff double.
And that hit carries a little extra meaning, Boog. It keeps his hitting streak going. He is dialed in at the dish right now.
I don't think there's a more confident hitter in all of baseball right now. Looks like he's expecting a knock every time he steps to the plate. Travis d'Arnaud in the box here lets that one go for a ball. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. And there's a foul ball. Runner in scoring position, nobody out. Here in game one of this 3-game set. And that's ruled a swing. It's a strikeout. And that's the first strikeout of his major league career.
And it could be the first of many if he meets the goals he set for himself and the expectations others have for him. He doesn't want to just win games. He wants to dominate at this level.
Do you think young pitchers could sometimes get too caught up in trying to rack up Ks early in their career?
Boog, I think they can. It's kind of like a hitter that doesn't have power. The thrill is still hitting the ball over the fence. And so for a guy, even if he doesn't have power stuff or strikeout stuff, a strikeout is still something that makes him stick his chest out a little bit further.
They tried to get him to chase on a slider down and away. Swing and a high fly ball to left. Santander. He's got it. And there's 2 away.
Up next for the Yankees, the second baseman, Jazz Chisholm.
Back to the top of the Yankee order. Jazz Chisholm Jr. stepping in now for the Yankees. He's 0 for 1. Lined in the left center, and that should be extra bases. The run comes in from second, and they lead by 2.
Waste no time there. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
Back in the Bronx, new inning getting started, and now for the Jays, Griffin Conine.
Conine.
The wind of the pitch. Conine hitting 7th in today's lineup, and they traded for him earlier this year.
2 of the game's best rookies matching up right here, and you watch these 2 all season long, but to see them go head-to-head, so fun. Hopefully we'll be watching this for many years to come.
Swing and a ball popped in the air. Volpe. And there's 1 down.
Batting it, the catcher, Alejandro Kirk.
And next for Toronto, Alejandro Kirk. This guy, one of the best defensive catchers going. You talk about framing, the ability to block, catch, and throw. He is at the top of the game. Not
Ball
close
one, no
with that
strike.
one, and that's ball 1.
Really good athlete, and many times we talk about, you know, the feet of infielders. This catcher as well, really quick feet. He's able to recognize the pitch, see the trajectory, and get into a spot where he can block those balls and keep them from going to the backstop.
In there at the knees.
Really impressive with the way he frames, the way that he sets it up, because sometimes those pitches are off the plate, but because he sets up and presents it so well, he steals strikes for his pitcher.
One down, base is empty. Swings and misses, and 1 down below the zone. Down to the dirt, swing and a miss. Out. 2 away now after the drop third strike.
Well, he's got great strikeout stuff on the mound, doesn't he? I mean, double-digit strikeouts in his last start, and he's just racking them up again in this one. This guy can really dominate a game out there. Not a fun assignment for any lineup.
And now it's Dalton Varsho. Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
0-1.
That one's in there, and the count is 0-2. And they'll do it again. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. And down on strikes he goes. And good work there as he gets a 1-2-3. 9 straight retired here to start the game. It's the Yankees 2 and the Jays nothing.
Now batting, number 18.
Turned on, but foul wide of third. Two on, one out. Hit on the ground might be 2. To Jimenez.
He's out.
Relay to Guerrero in time, inning-ending double play. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and 1 left. 3 innings complete. It's the Yankees 2 and the Jays nothing. Welcome back. Last series, the pitching was not good as we take a check of the numbers. And that gets the top of the zone for a strike.
Well, these Jays, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. So many of their outs have come from weak contact on pitches they're chasing outside of the strike zone. You can't do much of anything with those locations, and that's been true again today. And as a pitcher, when the hitters are swinging at everything, you feel no need to challenge inside the zone. You just keep working the corners and expanding that strike zone and beyond, and they just keep eating right out of your hand.
Stays alive. Here's the 0-2. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
Well, he really filled up the strike zone in that at bat until that final pitch. And as a hitter, you sense that they're coming after you, not dancing around the strike zone. They want to attack, and so you kind of get into swing mode, and you have to protect the plate. That's when you become really susceptible to something that makes you chase, and that's exactly what happened right there.
And now to the plate, here's the Toronto DH, Nathan Lucas. That clips the corner.
For you growing up in New York City, I mean, you're a big sports fan. Tell me about your experience with the Yankees growing up.
I really went to Shea Stadium more than I did to Yankee Stadium. I grew up a Phillies fan. There was one game, though, that I went to as a kid. I sat in the upper deck. It was the game that Bo Jackson hit 3 homers in his first 3 plate appearances and then hurt his shoulder diving for Deion Sanders' inside the park home run. That's probably the most memorable game that I ever attended as a fan at Old Yankee Stadium. Make it 4 strikeouts in a row, just cruising along. 2 outs, base is empty. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. now went down on strikes his first time through. Singy, he's a guy that covers both sides of the plate about as well as anyone in the sport. How difficult is that to do?
Well, just look at the back of my bubblegum card. You'll see how hard it is. These guys are great, man. They have the ability to look out there, but also to be able to turn on the inside pitch. Those that can really sharpen things on the outer half, those are the ones that become elite.
2 down, nobody on. And it's even up.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
Clearly, he was sitting on a fastball right there and just ended up out in front of the slider. Hey, you can't fault him for his commitment. Now he's just going to have to battle with 2 strikes.
Another one. That's 5 straight strikeouts. So 12 up, 12 down to begin the ball game. It's the Yankees 2 and the Jays nothing. Welcome back as we take a check of the current standings.
Number 25, Anthony Santander.
Jones back to work. That one catches the zone. That's strike one.
Well, these guys just aren't putting together very many good at-bats in this one. We're in the back half of the game, and they're still searching for a base runner. He's been great out there on the mound, no doubt, but it's also been a disappointing performance at the plate to this point.
Grisham is there, makes the catch.
And as we get deeper, it's not going to get any easier. These at-bats are going to feel more and more desperate with every out the rest of the way.
Bo Bichette next up for the Blue Jays. He's 0 for 1. And that is out of play. And that's through there for a strike. 0-2 now. And misses. It's a strikeout.
Well, he's on a great run of strikeouts and showing excellent control and command, not walking opposing batters. You know, this offense, they've got to find a way to break his rhythm, put the bat on the ball, maybe try to bunt for a base hit, get him off the mound, moving around, step out, something to interrupt his timing, because he's coming right after these guys.
So up next for Toronto, Ernie Clement. Swing and a miss. Strike one.
The offense needs to start showing some fight against this starter. He's doing his thing out there. They're going to have to push back at some point and make him work a little bit harder.
2 outs. Strike two.
Looking sharp, just a strike away from 5 shutout innings.
Two down, nobody on, and we're at the top of the 5th. In the air, foul off first.
Fence.
And a foul ball. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Chopped out in front of the plate. Gets it to first. They don't come much closer than that. Bang, bang play to end the inning. 1, 2, 3 go the Blue Jays, and they're down 2-0. Let's check out some notable Cy Young candidates so far this year.
Number 18, Griffin Conine.
Swings through that one for strike one.
Well, the guy's throwing a lot of first pitch strikes. As a hitter, you got to be ready to hit. Now, that's not going to help you get deep into his pitch count and into the bullpen, but you got to take what he's offering that day. It really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there.
Swing and a ground ball. Now the throw to first on the run. Nicely done for the out.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
In steps the man they call Captain Kirk. Kirk, a former All-Star, 26 years old, and he's a native of Mexico. Swing and a miss as he was out front.
If I'm at the dish right now, I am aggressive over the heart of the plate. This guy's been filling up the strike zone, so you know you're going to get a good pitch to hit. And as nasty as his stuff is, you might as well take all 3 swings.
That just
that's off the
misses,
plate.
and the count is 1-1.
Well, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or two is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
The 1-1 is fouled off. Swings and misses at the breaking ball in the dirt. On to first, and it beats him for out number 2. That's a strikeout.
He's locked in at the plate when he's using the whole field. He was out in front there. Just needs to let the ball travel a little more, and his timing will be back on track. Good pitch for the strikeout.
And now for the Jays, Dalton Varsho. He was a strikeout victim his first time. And a foul ball. Two down, nobody on. That one fouled off. The 0-2. That one's upstairs, ball 1.
I don't like to say he wasted a pitch. I think that was a purpose pitch. Change the eye level, have him look up. Now go back exactly where you want to go.
Cut on and miss, struck him out. So he cracks double digits with his 10th strikeout. So he's perfect through 6. It's the Yankees 2 and the Jays nothing. Back here in New York, bottom of the 6th. Now up is the Yankees DH, Jones. Singing 4 homers in 22 games at Old Yankee Stadium. What do you remember?
Well, I remember my rookie year hitting 2 in one game. And, you know, before that game in the clubhouse, there was a gentleman there who owned a suit company there in downtown Manhattan. And he said to me, "Hey, kid, you hit a home run in the game tonight. Come over to the store tomorrow and I'll give you a free suit." So I went into the game. I happened to hit 2. When I walked into the